There is a two different types of the documents. One is the sample document, and the next one is the recurring document. And now let us discuss about of the sample sample document. What is a sample document in the sense of, see, for example, of whenever we want to make a posting at the end of the month or the for the starting of the month, generally we are giving the same transaction for a multiple of the times. In that situation, instead of posting every transaction, we can give the one template. So simply we can call it as a name, one reference document. So here we are going to discuss about of the reference document. Reference document. Under the reference document, the first one will be the sample document. So what exactly by the sample document in the sense of uh, with the reference of one existing document, posting of a n number of the transactions. Say for example, if I want to pay the salaries at the end of the month for 1,000 employees. At the time, in generally what we have to do that we need to post the 1,000 transactions. But the same day, the only thing is amounts will be changed. But what I am saying that instead of posting 1,000 transactions individually, if we can post one sample document and with that reference, we can post a multiple of individual transactions. That means we have taken one template as an sample document and we can run the template for a multiple of the times, and whenever we want to post a transaction, we just take that with the reference. That is what we can call as a sample document. Simply we can say that what is a sample document in the sense of with the reference of with the reference of one sample document, one sample document, posting of a posting of a multiple and individual transactions. Individual transactions. One thing will be there. Using by that one thing, we can post a multiple of things, which is called as a sample. Under here, the second one will be the recurring document. This is also the same thing. So, for example, of bank interest paid. So, our company has been taking the one loan from the bank. For that loan, every month we need to pay the interest charges of the some 20,500. In that situation, what I am saying that if I can post the one recurring entry, what is that? On 10/11/2017, or else from 11/2017 onwards to 10/11/2018, this much of the amount 23,000 25,000 has to be postable for every month automatically. That means instead of posting a transaction manually, if we can post one transaction, and when posting of the transaction, if we can given the this transaction has to be run from this date to this date by periodically, either by monthly wise, either by the 2 months wise, or every quarterly wise, or whatever it was. When we have run the transaction, the system has to be automatically post the transaction automatically for that date, for that particular date, whatever we have mentioned. That is what we can call as a recurring document. Recurring document. It was so simple. See, whenever whenever the company wants to, the company wants to post in multiple transactions transactions with periodically periodically at the time at the time if we can post if we can post one recurring entry, one recurring transaction with all the conditions, with all the conditions, the system will automatically, the system will automatically post the transaction as per the instruction, as per the instruction. That is what we can call as a recurring entry. In general, we are hearing this word in the post office recurring deposits and bank recurring deposits. At the time, what we are saying that for every month, on every month, I am paying. I have to pay the this month of the sorry, for every month. I need to pay the this much of the amount. That is what we can call as a so on. So, in the situation, whenever we have posted one recurring entry with the instructions of that has to be done from this day to this date, from this day to this date, the system will automatically allows those of the transactions instead of any condition, instead of we are posting. That's what we are calling as a recurring document. Recurring document. So, how to post that recurring document? But for posting of this sample entry and for posting of this recurring entry, for posting of this recurring entry, how we will post the transactions of the sample and recurring document? How we will post the sample and recurring document? So that initially we need to maintain the some number ranges for the sample and recurring document, for the sample and recurring document. So that here one note is that one note what it was in the sense of the SAP system having predefined number ranges for sample and recurring are X1 and X2. So first of all, we need to put it the number ranges of X1 and X2 for the sample and recurring documents. For the sample and recurring documents. For creation of these of the number ranges, from here SPRO, IMG, financial accounting and financial accounting global settings, under the document number ranges, under the defined number ranges, and the transaction code will be the FBN1. See, from here log on, here SPRO, SAP reference IMG, from there financial accounting, accounts receivables and accounts payables, sorry, financial accounting global settings, document number ranges, under the defined document number ranges. When we are going to there in the defined document number ranges, it asks me about of the company code. So just give the company code and make it change intervals or third interval. Then it automatically likes countries. So as which we have already created the number range of 01 for the financial year of the 2017 from number range to number range. In that same manner, now for the sample and recurring documents, we require the X1 and X2. So just go for the insert interval, X1 in 2017, X1 in 2017, start with the material master, that's not a request. From the number range 1 to 49 for the sample is in the same manner. I want one more with the name of X2 2017 from number range will be the 50 to 99 and make it C. Done. So I have created the two number ranges. One is for the sample document and another one is for the recurring document. Let's see. Save it. Now, whenever we have created these of the sample document and the recurring documents, and the next I want to post the sample document. That means which we can say that posting of a sample document. Posting of a sample document. For this, SPRMO, SAP reference IMG. So this was a posting of the transaction that is from the easy access screen. Easy access screen. Accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entering, reference documents, and at that sample documents. Okay. From the easy access screen, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entering, reference documents, sample documents. So F-01, the transaction code will be F-01. What it was in the system, it was nothing but like a one template. It will not reflect in anywhere and it will not shown in anywhere. Thus, it was in a sample. Just like as in a one example, simply we can say that. One example of the transaction. One example of the transactions. So, in our company code of the R344, let me take it as rent account. So, this month I need to post the transactions of the office rent, godown 2, godown 3, and showroom rent and home rent, as like as I am having the 10 entries of the rent paid, but different amounts. In that situation, what I am doing that I am posting one transaction just as a sample, like nothing but like a sample in the sense of one example, just like one example. Okay, now it was a 55,000 only balance. Now see, I am posting the transaction of 05011-2017 and with the company code of the R444 and with the currency of INR 40. General ledger debit account. It has to be the debit in the general ledger of rent paid with the rupees of something 45,000 being rent paid, 50 credit, and in the accounts received, in the account it has to be maintained from cash in hand, cash in hand, and then enter, make it star, and then plus. And when I'm going to save this or posting of this, it was not showing anywhere. Why? Because see, here it was showing the 50. It was showing the 50. That means it was a sample document which we have taken the number range from X2. X2. And even it was not showing in the report also. Why? Because it was simply, it is a sample. That's like a template. The template cannot be posted into the accounting system. But using of the template or using of the transaction of the 50, I can post a multiple of individual transactions. Using with that, I can post a multiple of individual transactions in general posting. This was the general posting. In the general posting, I want to post the transaction of the rent paid using bullet sample. Just what we need to do that. Here, instead of giving all these details, just click on the post with reference. Done. Now it's asking that by which document number of the reference it has to be posted. By which reference of the document it has to be posted. So simply I am giving here with the reference of 50 it has to be postable. Just make the enter. Automatically everything has been given. We need not to post it in a transaction. And just press enter. And just press enter. Just go for F-02. That means general posting. Whatever we have created, one sample document with the number of 50. With that sample document of 50, I want to post the number of individual transactions. So, in this scenario, just I am posting one sample document here. Sample document has been posted. Now, with that sample document, I want to post. Simply, I am clicking on this post with reference. What is the post with reference number of? I want to post this transaction in the F-02 with the reference of and just 15, and then press enter. Automatically everything has been done. We need not to post anything, and even press enter. This is what. Now I can adjust this. Okay, 25,000 being office rent paid. Done. Save it. This one also. 25,000. Save it. This will be going to post the transaction in the here. See, it was only the 55,000. When I come back and execute it again, automatically it will become. Even I want to make the one more transaction, not required to post again. Post with the reference of the 50. Enter. And here it was an 15,000, which I am saying that being go down rent paid. And then that means instead of posting of a multiple of transactions that are the same attributes, if we can post the one sample document with the reference of that sample document, the system will automatically allows a number of individual transactions, those which we are calling as a sample document. After posting of the sample document, just come into the general entry and click on post with reference and give that sample document number, enter and enter. That's it. Automatically it will become. And now we can change as per our wish. That's it. And make it say, now the transaction has been posted here. That's it. Like this is what we can call as a sample document. In the same manner of the sample document, as which we discussed in the previous, we are having the one more thing that is called as a recurring document. Recurring. What is the recurring in the sense of whenever I want to post a transaction of the same transaction with the same amount for a multiple of the times, either by the period wise or the the 2 months wise or the 3 months wise or the 4 months wise or the year wise or whatever it was. Instead of posting of the transaction manually, the system has to be post the transaction regularly on the date instead of mentioning anything. For that, in the next, what is the recurring document entry? In the same manner, posting of a recurring document. Posting of a recurring document. For this one also, in the same, by using the same menu path, by using the same menu path here,